Welcome to the viewers and coins of the vault alike. I am Tatsumari, the self-proclaimed keeper of MapleStory lore. There are many who do it, but I am the only one who does it like me. Ha ha ha! So today we are diving back into MapleStory, but we're no longer doing the the main storyline of the game. We're actually going to be going into some of the side stories that aren't necessarily part of the main quest itself, but they add to the story overall. So the first one I'm going to be doing, I did a little bit of research. The first one I'm actually going to be doing actually goes back to Shangri-La, which is the level 270 area, I believe. 275 area, I think it is. So that is what we're going to be starting with. And then then we're going to go through the 280 area, which is Arteria, Battleship Arteria, which is where my main character is currently at. I'm going to be doing these on my main character. And then from there, we'll see how much time we have left and do some other side ones. I have planned to maybe jump onto my Phantom character and doing some things with True the Information Dealer, but we shall see where it all boils down. So, thank you everybody for coming. Big ol' warm welcome to Mama Rednecks and Hayden Hart over on Twitch, and a big ol' warm welcome to everybody over on YouTube as well. I do have both chats up, so it takes me a second. Sometimes it's a little delayed on my side for YouTube to see exactly what you guys said on YouTube, but I will, acknowledge them when I see them. So don't worry, you will be acknowledged. But yeah, that is what's going to be happening today. But before we get going, we're going to need to let Twitch take its pound of flesh. So for those of you who are on YouTube, you guys are going to see me convene. You guys are going to see me convene with my dragon brethren and talking about stories and tales and information of all kinds. And then for those of you on Twitch, if you're immune to ads, you'll see the same thing. But if not, well, you'll be back shortly. So do not go anywhere. We shall be back after these massages. Alrighty, we appear to be back from ad break. So let me click a couple buttons over here, get you the audio going, and here we are, back in Shangri-La. For those of you who aren't familiar with the storyline, Shangri-La is one of the points along the way, similar to the Arcane River from MapleStory. The Vanishing Journey, or the Arcane River, is really a level 200 to level 259 area of the game. And you go along different points all along here. You go from level 200 to 205 at Vanishing Journey. Then you go to Reverse City. At 210, you go to Choo Choo Island. At 215, you go to Yum Yum. At 220, you go to Lashalane. At 225, you go to Arcana. 230, you go to Morass. 235, you go to Esphera. 240, you go to Celis. And I believe 245, you go into Tenebris, and starting with the Moon Bridge. Then 250, I think, you go to the Labyrinth of Suffering. And then 255, you go into Lamina, which is the, basically the end of the game. Essentially, what used to be the end of the game. You beat the Black Mage, everybody's happy, everybody lives, whoop-de-doo. However, the story has continued into Grandis, where a lot of the there's some classes that come from it, such as Kaiser, Angelic Buster, Arc, Ilium. Those classes all come from Grandis here. So, when you hit level 260, you can do your 6th job advancement, and you advance into Cernium. From Cernium, you go to Hotel Arcus, then you go to Odium and Shangri-La. They're kind of they're one and the same, but you have to, do different levels and stuff like that to get to them. And then from there, you go to Battleship Arteria, which is where I'm currently at. I'm still working my way towards... Is this the top one? Yes. So I'm still working my way towards Carcion, which is level 285, and Talahart, which is level 290. It's a big grind. It's going to take me a while to get there, but when I do, we'll do the stories for those. But in the meantime, I'm over here. I did the side stories for Odium already. I don't remember if I recorded them or not, so I will have to check it out with a different character of mine when I get there. I will be sure to record it so I can bring it up in the MapleStory Tales on my YouTube channel. Bella on White Tea over on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing this morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in? Oh, and Jinx over on Twitch. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? But like I said, this on Shangri-La here, we shall be working on some of the side stories. Let me get to a different channel because I don't want anybody to be on YouTube or on a stream against their will. We're going to be starting with the side quests here in Shangri-La, and then we're going to be doing some in Arteria, and then we'll see from there. So, let's go! Alright, Master Taiyu, what do you got for me, buddy? Alright, Overshadowed Paradise. Oh, Tatsumori. Good to talk to you again. If you and Gown have some time, could we discuss something? I have a favor to ask. Alright, let's see what this favor is. Oh, that's right, Gown is standing right next to me. Okay, Overshadowed Paradise. Those researchers over there look worried. I wonder what the problem is. Researchers? Researchers where? Following traces of contamination. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is part of the whole major storyline of MapleStory here, leads to the creation of beings called adversaries, who were originally created to fight against the ancient gods, who were basically just waging a universal war for control because they could. It was, at least by everything that I have seen so far, just because they could. So the adversaries were created because what amounted to humanity back then, I believe, just wanted it to stop. So they created the adversaries to be basically god killers. But because that happened, a thing called corruption started happening, where the adversaries just basically became inhuman, and without some special thing, they would just continue on with their slaughtering mission. So they were basically self-destructed. You were created through a series of circumstances as an adversary, and unbeknownst to the elders, who were the ones who created the adversaries in the first place, this corruption has since spread to them, even though they didn't want to see it. All right. I think it was contamination. That's what it was called. Okay, let's go. I can barely count how many fell ill today. I wish they'd just stop and lie down somewhere. Some of them have been wandering all over the place. I hate to say it, but isn't that how Kaling started? When she first got sick?
And now we've got guests here from the outside world. Who knows if they'll be safe? For all we know, they could carry contamination outside Shangri-La. Then what? How do we stop it?
Sage. Thank you for coming. You mentioned a favor. Has something happened? Yes, to the researchers, unfortunately. We all knew things would be less predictable after the attack. Okay, so the attack he's mentioning is the person called Kaling basically forced her way into this place to attack the elders. I made a cosplay costume lately, and I think I deserve a small break about that. Yeah, I know the feeling about that, Jinx. I've done a cosplay costume myself, and it was quite brutal. All right. Especially with the barriers being rather slapdash at the moment. That said, none of us expected the contamination to start spreading so wildly here. So, does that mean... Yes. I believe something's lingering here in Shangri-La, exacerbating the contamination. And unfortunately, the elders are a bit too occupied to handle it themselves. Occupied with what? I heard something about guests from the outside world. Is that what's making all the noise in the pagoda? Well, there's a story there. You see, I helped convince the elders to amend their policies and allow certain guests from outside to bring news and such. Stubborn as they are, they'd rather be informed than ignorant after all. But it seems someone on the outside has been interfering with that and intercepting some of that news. The traitor elders. In any case, when the news does come in, it's in bulk and mostly to do with the outside world's troubles. And since someone has to watch our open door, I can't leave my post. You're the only ones I can trust. So, would you be so kind as to poke around Shangri-La and see about this contamination business while I hold down the fort? Sure. Sure, happy to help. We could start in winter. It's the closest season from here, and I do have some experience with it. Shall we? All right, let's go! Also, for those of you unfamiliar with the way Shangri-La is set up, they do have 4 seals that are set up as barriers for entry so that no one can just wander in. And they all coincide with seasons of the year. Summer, winter, fall, and spring. Hiya. Okay. Oh, she's an elder. Oh, bigwig.
I'm fine.
Oh, I know her. I think I met her in the pagoda. Was her name Haya? Oh, cutscene. Haya, what are you doing here? I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye before I left. I wanted to, but I couldn't find you.
You don't even care.
Haya?
I know you don't care about me. You don't need to pretend. I'm fine with that, alright?
Okay, maybe there's something more going on there. Gown, are you okay? Was she one of the elders? The youngest elder, Haya. I've never seen her like that before. She's always been shy, but kind to everyone. And she's hardly ever been alone with so many friends. We were all friends with her, the 4 symbols and the elders. I thought she would have understood why I decided to leave. You weren't the only one who left. Maybe she's upset about Shensung and the others. Or maybe it's the contamination polluting her heart. Uh-oh. I hope it's not. Let's keep looking around for now. There's more to winter. This way. Alrighty. Let's go! Ooh. Oh, got a little skill lag there. Back off, birdie! No. Nope. Stay away. Stay away. Stop bugging me! Okay. It's Shangri-La's winter. Looks like the fight isn't over yet. Are these researchers? This has to be the contamination at work, but it's different than before. I'm trying to read their auras. There is something at work on them, but it's subtle. Let's calm them down first, then see what we can find out. Help me calm them down, and let me know if you spot anything. If you can stop about 100 of them, that'll hopefully clear up their auras enough so we can find out more. Yeah, calm them down by beating them into the ground. All right, let's do it! All right. Ultimate! Yes, I know it's a little loud. I can't really do much about anything. You know what? Let me do this for now. I'm going to turn the game down for now. At least for you guys. And then when we get back into stuff, then I'll turn it back up. Or back into the quests. All right. Okay. Oh. All right. And we gotta wait for that to go by because it's gonna be an interruption. Gather money, gather money, gather money. Yes, because it's all very expensive for me to care. This character burns through money like you wouldn't believe. Alright, let's turn it back up. Somewhere right about there. Alright. The button and the 4 treasures of the study. See anything on your side? Wait, I see something. This must be... It looks like a cracked stone. You know what this is? Oh, you know, I better check, because I was picking something up earlier. Aha, a broken fragment. A fragment from an unknown source. It emits an ominous aura. Alright, now let's check. I didn't want to do that. Alright. Alright, now let's talk to him. Your size. You know what? Hold on. Let's start this fresh. See anything on your side? Wait, I see something. This must be... It looks like a cracked stone. You know what this is? It's a fragment from one of the treasures. What treasures? And this energy. You must feel it too. It's the power of Kaling. But Kaling's gone. What World Heart erased? The World Heart erased her. How? We'd better hurry up and find out. All right. Uh-oh. These monsters. They look drawn. Just like this world is. They seem like they're guarding something. Is that... Oh. An inkwell? Is that the treasure you were talking about? One of the 4, yes. The 4 treasures of the study. The elders invented them to create Shangri-La. There's an inkwell, ink, paper, and a brush. After the drawing was done, they stored one of the treasures in each season. So, this is the one for winter, obviously. What is that purple thing sticking out of the side? That's not part of the inkwell. It looks like Kaling's button. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It looks like a button. I think I might know how the traitor elders open the door, or the barrier. They use this button to taint the treasure. Maybe more than one. Gown? I was trying to dislodge the button, but my spear bounced right off. Tatsumari, you want to give it a try? All right. And then we wind up for the swing. Oh, boy. Ah! Oh, dear. That's not good. Tatsumari! Uh-oh. Oh, no.
No, I'm right. No, I'm right on the edge of a breakthrough. Just a little longer, and you'll see, it'll be worth it. How can you do this to me? Let me go!
Stop. Be gentle with her.
Master, you're here. Please, you can tell them. You still believe in me, right? You always have. Come on. Please. Master, no. No, please don't look at me like that. You told me the world needed me. It needed my work. It still does.
After that work is finished, what do you plan on doing next?
Huh?
Someday, this war will be over, and you'll still have the 4 perils at your command. What then?
Well,
This lab was never meant to make monsters.
They're not...
Not them. You. I made you into what you've become.
Master.
All I can do now is expel you. You are no longer my disciple.
With those words, my master turned her back on me. I reached out for her.
Oh wait, this may be somebody else. With those words, my master turned his back on me. I reached out for him. I stretched my hands out as far as they'd go. But he wouldn't even turn around and look. I was all alone. Trapped in that dark, tiny prison. Oh, this is probably still Kaling, yeah.
There was nothing there but time. And eventually, even that faded away. Then they found me.
They really sealed this thing up tight. What kind of beast could they have in there? What could they have in there? Whoa, watch out for that cord!
It's not our fault. The cords have been rotting for centuries. Let's just get the job done. Maybe we can get a new cord and... Wait, what's this? A girl? Hey, everyone, get over here, quick! There's no beast here. Just a kid.
Maybe she was a sacrifice for the beast. We can figure that out later. I don't sense any kind of power inside her, although that could be just the seal working. Whatever, let's just get her out of here for now.
Hey, are you okay? We're here to help.
It could be the wrong voice, but I think that's who it is.
Don't worry, we're professionals.
Yep, they sent us here to fix up the seal of the 4 Perils Master. The Grandesian catastrophe. Oh good, you're coming too. You feeling all right? Can you hear me okay? Blah. Tatsumari, are you all right? Back in the thick of it already. I'm fine. That looked worse than it felt. Great. Let's go somewhere quieter and talk about this. All right. Contamination purification. Oh, wait, no, that's the daily. Sage's dissuasion. I see. So the contamination has spread to the 4 treasures of the study. And the catalyst was Kaling's button. It must be filled with her memories. This is both bigger and worse than I thought. Well, you've both done your part in this investigation, and then some. Feel free to take off. I'll let the elders know.
But you said the elders were busy. This contamination's obviously getting worse and worse. What's going to happen to Shangri-La if we don't stop it now?
You already saved Shangri-La once, Tatsumari, while the elders were floundering around. Let them clean up their own mess this time. Besides, last time, you were stuck here and didn't have a choice. I can't ask you to put yourself in danger again. Gown, if I can make a request, please make sure Tatsumari gets out of Shangri-La safely.
Okay. So what now?
Let's go find Autumn's treasure.
It's the next closest one, right? We can help Shangri-La and find out more about Kaling. We might even learn more about Darmore and the Traitor Elders while we're at it. Worth a shot, right?
Worth a shot. Besides, I'm tired of taking you places you don't want to go. Let's go quietly.
All right. Sneaky, sneaky. All right, let's check this out. All righty. Cool. Here in Autumn. Ah! We got more researchers not having a good time. Ah. There we go. I wanted that stuff. All right, let's go. All right. Leave me alone, Birdie. You too. All right, give me a second here. I need to activate a thing. All right. All right, so I'm not really getting hurt. That's good.
Most of those crazed researchers, monsters too. If we draw this out too long, Tai Yu might find out. Let's clean this place up fast. I think about 100 drowsy autumn researchers and 100 inkbot sables should be enough. I'll go ahead of you and secure Autumn's treasure. Please be careful.
All right, let's go! All right, let me turn this down again, because I know it's kind of loud. It's kind of loud for me. Big scary monster. There we go. All right. So we're going to activate this skin, and then we're going to activate this, because if we don't, it's going to be kind of a... So we got three big scary monsters. And now we don't. All right. Did we... Nope, we haven't completed the quest yet. And this right here, this thing that's flashing across the screen right now, it's actually part of an event that's happening right now. I think it's part of the anniversary event that's happening for MapleStory. But this is part 2 of that anniversary event, so it's actually getting ready to end soon. So that's the only bummer part. All right. Gown, wait for me. Let me get that thing, and then away we go. Gown, buddy. Wait up. Wait up for me, buddy. Oh, wow. There's a lot. Okay. Gown, what you got? Oh, no. Not the bird. All right.
Kaling's button has also affected Autumn's treasure. Tatsamori, good you're here.
All right, cutscene. Let's go.
What? That must be the ink. And there's a button again. That thing gets around.
All right, let's see what we find out this time. And... okay, we're at least standing this time.
I get that it's Kaling's button, but what I don't get is how it could be affecting Shangri-La this badly. And the energy. I can feel something else besides the contamination. I've felt it before, in the laboratory. Kaling made something that felt like that. Something that could draw out great power. Something only the adversary could touch. It's just the same. No mistaking it. Could Kaling be...
Uh-oh. Gown! I'm gonna ask you to run blocker for me while I do this thing.
I think those monsters are protecting the button. But they seem weaker than before. Maybe because we've destroyed some of the button's copies, or images, or whatever they are. They're weaker, all right, but they're angrier too. This next battle won't be easy.
I trust you, Gown!
The Grandesian Catastrophe, they called me. Master of the Four Perils. Four Perils. Right. That's just what they call my robots down here. Maybe if I allow these idiots, they could help me find the robots again. Just you wait, Zhigang.
Zhigang, I think is his name. Zhigang. Her name, actually.
My experiment's not over yet. One day you'll take back what you said.
The kid's got that weird look in her eye again.
I'm not a kid. Don't call me that.
Well, if you're not a kid, why are you getting upset, kid?
Hey, why are you teasing her? She's got a name. It's Kaling. Why don't you do something nice for her for a change?
All right, my bad. Here, Kaling, you can have these to make up for it.
You just gave her those because they don't fit you anymore.
Well, they fit her, don't they? Actually, they really do fit you. You ever thought of being an investigator?
An investigator?
Yeah. I mean, normally you'd have to intern for a couple years before we sign you up, but it looks like you've already been through a lot, so the job's yours if you want it.
The jacket's way too big. Look at the sleeves. You can't even see your hands.
She'll grow. Bigger clothes last longer. Don't you know that?
Kaling P.I. Yeah, not in a million years. Once I get my robots back, these guys will never see me again. But I've got to find them first, and I guess it can't hurt to have a bunch of investigators helping me with that. So I'll play along for now. For science. Until the flowers fade and the leaves turn color. Until the days get shorter and the snow starts to fall.
You know, Kaling, it's almost been a year since we found you. You're going to leave the rest of the guys in Taiyi Valley once we get back there. You're going to love the rest of the guys in Taiyi Valley once we get back there.
But you know, I think this lead's gonna pan out. Let's just get a fixin'. Get in there, fix the seal, and head home.
In the meantime, we got you an anniversary gift. Okay, so here's the placeholder gift. We'll give you the real one once we take care of the beast. You like it? It's practical. We thought you were going to grow into that coat, but I guess that's not going to happen for a while. So we looked around and found something to help you out with that.
Dude, do you have to keep hyping it up? Relax. Pfft, whatever.
Oh gods, the seal! Gyeongki seal's broken! No, now! Kid, get out of there! Now!
This must be... I could tell exactly what his gift was. A set of buttons for the coat to make it just my size. He was right. They're practical. And they do make me look good. Would have been a nice surprise, I suppose. Idiots. Just a means to an end. That's all they were. As I stood there, surrounded by the bodies, something inside of me started rising toward the surface. Something I'd forgotten. I might have remembered what it was, if Darmore hadn't found me right at that moment.
Alright, let me see. As I was... hasn't happened to me in a while. This morning I was sleepy that I had difficult to put on my alarm when I got up. To take my costume to one place, I had to buy coffee so I could woke up. Actually, yeah, I've actually never had coffee to wake up in the morning. I know some people will be like, oh, I'm jealous, or that's witchcraft, or whatever, but that's just how I've been, I guess. Alright, let me turn this back up again, so we can hear stuff. Tatsumari, are you okay? You don't look well. I saw Darmore in Kaling's memory. I see. I wish I could let you rest here, but I'm sorry. We need to hurry. I think breaking the button provoked more of the monsters. And we can expect that every time we break another one. On the plus side, breaking them weaken the monsters too. We'll just have to deal with more of them. I saw the buttons in her memory. The people who accidentally set her free gave them to her out of friendship. So there is something special about the button. So is there something special about buttons themselves? Well, if we factor in what happened on Yum Yum Island... I'll need to see the next memory before I know anything for sure. Count, if you wouldn't mind leading the way. Let's go! Ooh. Spring, I think this is. I didn't know you guys had this many researchers. Not to mention the monsters. This won't be easy. We can handle it. You and me. I'm with you. Defeat 100 gentle summer researchers and 150 ink shaded... Oh, this is summer. Okay. I thought it was spring. All right. We have... Okay, so I know it's going to be a little loud, but I'm not going to turn it up and down every time because I keep forgetting stuff. So... it'll just be one... You'll just have to endure for a little while. Big scary monster! All right. Who's ready for another ultimate? And boom! All right. Wait for a little bit, and we're going to hit ultimate number 2. And everything dies. Oh, we got another graduation thing over here, so we're going to let this roll through real quick, and it's going to help us out. Alrighty. It's one of the reasons why I like the but when I do, I drink that like once in a way. I also drink tea. Fun fact, Finnish people love coffee. It kind of like the message over there, it reminded me of the most interesting man in the world, the Dos Equis guy. I don't always drink coffee, but when I do, I drink it like once in a day. Stay thirsty, my friends. All right. So we got our stuff. Now let's go find Gown. Yep. Oh, I just jumped right off. Whee! Okay, so it's summer imbued paper, okay? It's not over yet. Don't let your guard down. One of the 4 treasures of the study that painted Shangri-La, the imbued paper stored in summer. It's dark with contamination. It's the summer... Okay. It's the summer treasure... It's the summer treasure of the paper. That button has not done it any favors. Oh, hold on. I got some stupid birds. I forgot the hack preventer bird. Should I break the button now? All right, let's go!
Kaling. My name is...
Kaling. My name is Jaren Darmore, and I need your research to help me create a new adversary. I can't express how much those
words meant to me. To be wanted again. To have all my research validated. With Kyung-ki, I think that's how you say it. Chunky back at my side, no less. He came to me right then, at my lowest point, and he saved me. I became his apostle right then and there. Then it was off to Tai Valley and the investigator's office. I told them the bad news about their friends. I made sure to cry a little when I told them, and of course they bought it. When delivering the news of death to their colleagues, they were just as dumb as the last bunch. With their help, I tracked down the second peril. Tao Wu. Before long, he was mine again. That just left Tao Tie and Hundun. But then I lost Tao Tie to an obnoxious little brat,
That is the Ho Young storyline.
a disciple of Tai Yu. Like master, like student. But that was fine. As long as I could find Hundun, he was the strongest of them all. And most importantly, I had Dharmar beside me. He lent me his power. He asked me to build a new kind of God Sphere. 4 of them. 1 to power each of the 4 perils. I just needed something to store all that power in. Something small and easy to hold. That's all that really matters. Aha! Eureka! With the help of some temporary vessels I threw together, I went on with my research. But I failed and failed and failed again. Even with ridiculously powerful test subjects. Even with the one who had finished first-hand God Sphere experience, more than anyone else. I just couldn't get it right, no matter what I tried. And where is Hundun? Where could he be? And what if this God Sphere doesn't work out? What else haven't I tried yet? No, I can't give up. I'll show you, Master. I can do this.
Okay. Kaling, the laboratory gate has opened.
Laboratory? Wait, you mean Odium?
Bring me the vessel and the God Sphere. That is, if you think you can stand against an adversary. Okay. So, okay, that's cool, that's cool. That we kind of found out exactly why Kaling had made that copy of Afrian in Yum Yum Island. I know what the buttons are. The next one should have all the info we need. Gown, where's Spring's treasure? I'll take you there. Fill me in on the way. All right. So the buttons were actually failed God Spheres. That explains why I couldn't just break them. Still, failed or not, they succeeded as weapons against Shangri-La. If you want to weaken the researchers here, a corrupted God Sphere will do it. Although, buttons aren't spheres, so... Well, let's just keep our guard up. There's still one weapon on the loose. Look over there. More monsters. Just like I thought. 3 buttons down, more monsters come out. Try not to let them swarm you. All right. Let's go!
I think I started to say this, but I forgot to finish what I was saying. The reason I like the hero is because it, I don't know, it kind of fills the powerful swordsman fantasy I've always had. And especially being able to just overwhelm your enemies with power. That's kind of like the kind of characters I like to play. There it is. The treasure of spring. It's definitely contaminated, but where's the button? That's what I was going to ask. It's like, I don't see no button on it. Did someone else already get rid of it?
No, it has to be around here somewhere still. If it could have this effect from elsewhere, they wouldn't have bothered bringing it here in the first place.
What? Uh-oh. We're caught.
Well, Taiyu was right. Of course you're out here fiddling with the treasures. Gown, good to see you.
Jigang, pardon me. I heard you were busy.
I'm always busy, but this takes priority. And Tatsumari.
Hello.
I hadn't expected to see you again. Well, you helped us find out what was happening to the treasures before it was too late. So once again, thank you.
This place is still rotten with contamination. We have a lot to talk about. Let's go somewhere slightly less unpleasant. I look away for one moment, and look what happens. Gown, it's good to see you. Good to see you and Tatsumari getting along so well. I'm glad to see that. Really I am, but don't you know how worried I was about both of you?
That's enough, Taiyu. Let it go. You can't keep them under your thumb forever, no matter how much you care about them. You saw what happened when I tried to do the same.
She must be talking about... You mean Kaling?
Yes. That was her energy I felt around the treasures. Tatsumari, have you learned anything about those buttons?
They're Kaling's. She turned them into corrupted god spheres. More than that, they have Kaling's memories inside of them.
Is that so? Then perhaps that missing button has an important information inside. Something about the corrupted transcendent, or the traitor elders. Which brings us to the point. I believe we still have a traitor among us. Someone who's passing information to the ones who left. My guess is, if we find that traitor, we'll find the button too. No one but the traitor would have any reason to hold on to that button, and all the contamination that comes with it.
If they've gotten that contaminated...
It would show, wouldn't it? In their mood, their behavior? Yes, Gown. I think the traitor is Haya.
Shigang, no.
You think it's not possible? I was Kaling's master. I knew her better than anyone. She was selfless, she was righteous, and even she couldn't resist. So who else could? Tatsumari, you've seen it with your own eyes. I'm sure you understand.
I don't think Jigang wants to hear it right now, but I think he might be wrong. Either way, we need more information.
Okay, so I guess I have it wrong. Jigong's voice actress, or actor, was... I think it was a female voice before, so I think I misinterpreted as Jigong being a female.
But it was probably just the voice that got picked. So we'll just kind of go with it for now.
Last time I saw Haya, she was heading towards spring. What if she knew that what Gowan and I were up to? And she wanted to take the button before we got there. She wouldn't. Let's see what we can find out. We can check with the other elders. And there are guests here too, right? Maybe they saw something.
That couldn't hurt, I suppose. Call me if you find anything.
Of all the people here to suspect, Haya?
We can't discount the possibility. Jigong has a point. What happened to Kaling? It taught him a hard lesson. You've learned to meditate well, I see, Tatsumari. Well, I wish you luck.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! She has the button! No!
All right. Oh. Sino! Hey! She's from Fox Point Village. Chao Xian? I think that's his name?
What is it? I'm very busy, so urgent. Unless this is urgent. Huh? What about Haya? She's been quiet lately, but there's no need to worry. This is elder business, not yours.
Sino! I believe she is from the Shade storyline, and is seen as is the fox god for the foxes. So,
Kaling. I haven't heard that name in ages, aside from recent events. She was so nice the last time I saw her. Contamination does terrible things to people, doesn't it? It can turn you into something else entirely, and never for the better. Huh? Haya? Come to think of it, I haven't seen her since I got here. She used to be the first to greet people whenever they came.
oh, Sayu. I'm not gonna lie, she's actually she's kind of hot.
Hey, Tatsumari. Haya? Well, this is a little embarrassing, but when I'm focused on my work, I hardly notice anything else. In these days, I'm just bombarded with all this news from the outside, so it's work, work, work. Wait, is this right? Is this report here? The Odium constables were hacked? How'd that happen?
Oh yeah, that's right. Part of the Odium storyline is that they basically have copies of themselves in Odium, like android copies of themselves in Odium.
I'm sorry you had to talk to Sayu. Are you all right, Tatsumari? Sayu is a very dedicated scholar, more so than any of us. Oh, you were asking about Haya? She's a sweetheart. Well, she was. Lately, she's been snappy with everyone. Aggressive, even. I know what that usually means around here, and I'm worried about her.
All right, so we have an ad break coming up. So we are going to go do that ad break really quick. For those of you on YouTube, you shall see me convene with my dragon brethren as we speak about this storyline and what it could mean. And for those of you on Twitch, if you're immune to ads, cool, you'll see the same thing. If not, well, you'll have some ads and you'll be back. So in the meantime, I'm going to go get some more water, and then we shall be back and continue on with finding out exactly what all of this stuff means. So don't go anywhere. We shall be back after these massages. Alrighty, we are back from break, it looks like. So let me push a couple buttons, and then we'll get over here. Alrighty. So, I was just curious. If Sino... Oh! Do you have something to say to me? Oh! Long time no see!
Long time no see. It's me, Sino. I knew you were strong, but I didn't think you'd come all the way to Shangri-La. Maru has a good eye for people. You don't remember me, do you? You and Maru saved my town. Ring a bell yet?
Yeah, this was Fox Point Village over here.
After the rain stopped, strange things kept happening. I told the elders, but they didn't reply. They had no idea what was happening inside.
Sino, we're in front of a stranger. There's no need to bring up such things.
Are you still insisting that we maintain balance? The apostles can now blind the town guardians. The balance is already broken. Now, let's just discuss our next steps.
All right. Cool. Gown.
It couldn't be Haya. I trust her with my life. It sounds like Haya really was.
Wait, you two. Can I talk to you for a moment? Privately?
Wu Shuai?
You're...
Jigong sent you two, didn't he? I know what he thinks about Haya. He keeps comparing her to Kaling, right? She won't go the way Kaling did. Not if we're looking out for her. I used to be the most contaminated elder here. I think Wei's told you about the bell. The one we made to wash away the contamination. That was part of the... Oh, what was her name? The little sheep girl. The little land spirits one. I can't remember her name right off the top of my head. I went all in on that bell, but it hasn't worked yet. If anything, it's getting worse around here.
Look at me. I don't feel anything anymore. I'm just... empty. I tried to save humanity by abandoning everything that made humanity worth saving. I've lost my empathy, my sympathy, even my guilt. And I can't even feel bad about any of that. What does that leave me?
Oh, shy. Don't worry. I'll feel it for you. All your feelings, I'll hold on to them inside. When you forget them, I'll keep reminding you that you used to feel all of it, and you'll be able to feel it again. Don't worry. The bell will ring someday. And on that day, it'll all come back to us. Everything we need the most. Things are hard right now, for all of us. But it's going to be okay. And I won't give up on you, or anyone else here. We're all in this together.
Haya was small, but she was strong. What kept her going was her friends staying with her. And now some of those friends are gone. So she is struggling harder, but not because of the contamination. Whatever Jigong thinks of her, Haya isn't going to go the way of Kaling, go the way Kaling did. If she wanted to go that way, she'd have left with the others. We should go find Haya and talk to her.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I think I know where she might be, but we need to be ready first. Tatsumori, can you help?
A lantern for a friend.
I need your help. Shen Sung and Baekyeon were always mischievous. They adored Haya, but sometimes they teased her. When Haya got upset, she always hid somewhere inside Winter. To make Haya feel better, we used to make lanterns and release them in the air. So Haya would see the lanterns and find her way back. I think we can do the same thing now. We should have all the materials we need to make a lantern in the chest of wisdom. Tatsumori, could you go and get them? We need a piece of cloth, bamboo ribbing, and a candle.
All right. So where do I find said chest? Oh! Chest of Wisdom. Okay, so this is like the little general merchant here. Okay, embroidered fabric, bamboo ribbing, and a used candle. All right, cool. Yay! All right, let's see what we got over here. What does it say? An exquisitely embroidered fabric. It can be used to make a lantern. Okay. A thin but sturdy bamboo ribbing. It can be used to make a lantern. A small candle. It can be used to make a lantern. Okay, yes, we know it can be used to make a lantern. Okay. Just seeing if it had any, like, lore bits attached to it. Haha. Snow crunchy. Snow go crunch, crunch, crunch. Ooh, that's satisfying.
Have you got the materials? Cloth, bamboo, ribbing, a candle? Yes, you've brought them all. One moment.
Well, if you're right, we'll follow it. If you're right, we follow it. We find her. Let's go. Just my power kind of going.
A lantern. Who?
Hiya, there you are. We've been looking for you.
Aww.
Hiya, I should have told you I was leaving. I'm sorry. So much happened so fast, and it's been so long since I left anyone. I didn't realize how much it would hurt. And I hadn't even considered how many friends you've already lost. It's not that I don't care about you. It's...
You don't have to explain. And I shouldn't have been so rude to you. You're looking for this button, aren't you? Miao Long gave it to me before she left. She said if I had it, we'd be able to meet again. She asked me to trust her. She looked so desperate, I couldn't say no. I know what Jigong must think, but I just wanted to trust a friend. She needed me.
I believe you. For all we know, it wasn't even part of Miao Long's plan. Leaving the button here could have been a last resort. But regardless, she took advantage of you. She wanted the button to stay in Shangri-La so it would cause trouble. But you probably already figured that out.
It'd be hard not to figure it out, from what I've seen around here.
All the deluded researchers, yeah.
Well, no point in dragging this out any longer. Here's the button. Do what you need to do with it.
Hey, nice button. Who would have thought anyone who learned from Jigong would ever make something useful? Or did Dharma teach you how to do that? Why'd he reach out to us when he already had you, huh? You know what? I'm just giving you a hard time. I bet that button's going to work out way better for you than the Four Perils did.
Yeah, that's enough out of you. You need Darmor's help, and that means you need mine. Unless you don't want to really escape from the will of the world.
Oh.
Because if you want to stick around, you can keep on running your mouth all you want. Poor little monkey boy.
Oh, them's fighting words there. Okay, real talk. I have no idea what it's like being stuck here for all this time. Or, you have no idea what it's like being stuck here for all this time. If getting out from under the will of the world means I have to tolerate you, then yeah, I can even do that. Must be nice working for Darmore. But transcendent, right? Not too many of those around. And if he'll take you on, he'll definitely take me.
I hate that guy. But whatever. Darmore chose me because he recognized me. He saw what I could do. Even if nobody else did. Tatsumori, if it hadn't been for you, I could have become the adversary he wanted me to be.
Oh.
Enough. Qigong?
Qigong? I think it said Qigong. I didn't know how far you'd fallen. Or why. And I underestimated Darmore's influence. We cast you into a different world from the one we remembered. I had no idea how much changed since our time. I was so determined to honor the will of the world that I ignored a great many things. And a great many people. One in particular. So this is like a fragment of Kaling that remains. Kaling. I should have come to you sooner, when there was still more of you than this one little echo. More. You were so much more.
Qigong? Do you really mean that? Don't blame yourself. I pushed you away first. I turned the perils loose on Grandis. I ignored everybody who tried to talk me out of it. And then I doubled down with the investigators and all. That was all me. I don't regret it. Not any of it. Well, except for unwrapping the button present. If I'd never laid eyes on that, I wouldn't have remembered what it feels like to... Wait, what am I feeling right now? What's this light? Oh.
Ah, that sucks. I see. So that's what happened. Haya, listen. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. I didn't want to believe it, but the contamination was getting to me too. So I latched onto the will of the world. I believed in its righteousness, and that following its guidance would save me. But I was naive. And that night, naivete cost me more than I knew. Qigong. I'm glad my eyes are open now, before I lost you too. Tatsumori, I know this comes far too late, but thanks for everything. I have been my worst self, and I am deeply ashamed. Please take care of Gown. I want to see you shine out there, on behalf of my most foolish, most brilliant disciple. You may not trust me, and I wouldn't blame you, but I hope that won't stop you from reaching out to me whenever you need help. Haya, let's go back to the pagoda. Our friends are waiting. And we have some repairs to make.
Lead the way. Tatsumari, if you run into Meow Long or any of the others who left, tell them this is for Haya. And then kick their butts. I know Zhigong already thanked you, but I want to thank you too. Can you stop by when you're around the pagoda? I'll be waiting for you, and Ara, and Baekyeon. Promise?
Promise. Once again, you did a great job. That was a lot of running around, Tatsumori. Good work. A new wind will blow in Shangri-La now. Things are by no means guaranteed, but it's a solid first step. Yes, for all of us. Well, Tatsumori, we should get going. Our journey is far from over.
All right, cool. So we finished up that storyline. There's one more storyline over here to finish up in Shangri-La. Master Tai Yu has for us over here. Seasons anew.
Kaling is gone, but her influence still troubles Shangri-La.
Oh, nope. Nope. We don't need that one because that one is just impossible for me. All right, so at least it's impossible for me right now. Alrighty, so let's go to Arteria. There are a few quests over there that I haven't finished. So we'll start with Claudine's storyline, or whatever's Claudine. Let's see. We have one for Claudine, for Oz, for Eckhart, and Irina, and Nineheart. Is Nineheart? No, Nineheart's the daily, so we don't want to do that one. So we shall start with Claudine! Tatsumari, there you are. Yunsu! Welcome! Nineheart's looking for you. He says it's important. You should go see him. All right. Nineheart, you cold-hearted batootie, what you got for me?
Tatsumari, good, you're here. All our chief knights have assembled, and I've brought them up to speed. Now, there's something I'd like to tell you. Would you please follow me for a moment? Much appreciated.
Old man from episode 4. Oh! Let's see.
Doing a voice you want, shall we do? Then, from that episode, voice act we shall try. This day, how are you doing, Yunsu? Well, I hope you are. Pleased I am that you are doing well. Have you a stream have you had yet? Or is it writing that you must do? Work, or has work consumed you like the dark side it has? I give you many thanks, Mama Rednecks. Very pleased I am. And
And I hope that for all actions taken this day, you have a good one. Think about it, those words I had to. For as Yoda speaking is slightly difficult, it is. Tell me, Yun-Su, is your wife there? Please tell me. Say hello for me, would you please? And hopefully laughter she has. If Mrs. Yun-Su is listening, I offer my greetings. Tell me, Yun-Su, is streaming today a thing you will do? If so, raid you I might. Then writing, catching up you must. Well it goes, I hope. And there is no try, only do.
All right, I haven't done one of those in a long time. I might not have been the full 5 minutes, but thank you very much for the redeem over here, Yoon. I hope it was at least mildly entertaining.
Oh no! We're going back to back with the voice acting stuff. Oh my! Suddenly we're doing the Arnold. Well then, we're going to have to do this talking. So tell me, Yun, what is it you want me to do? Eventually I will be back, but this is something that I will need to tell you. I have been in the basement for so long of Tatsu's stream that I have not had a chance to come out. Yes, I'm going to use this chance to get to the chopper! I need to escape. I need to get out. I need to do more movies and let everybody see my muscles. And then I need to go and I need to pick up my sword once more and to see my enemies driven before me. And I need to hear the lamentations of their women.
You know what? Now that I think about it, there was a quest line. I can't remember exactly what I do. It's somewhere on my YouTube channel. But there was actually a thing on there that actually had that line in there as one of the options you pick when you're talking to an NPC. It had that on there. I'll have to see if I can find it again. Oh, boy. Okie dokie. So, with that stuff out of the way, let's continue with the story. Why do you think we lost the battle? In Arteria, okay. Like you said, when it happened, we were caught off guard. We were. I was. I hadn't planned for it to happen at all. They knew about the Empress's power. They knew where to attack and how we'd respond by sending the knights away from home. I can't deny we let our guard down, but there's something more fundamental than that. What do you mean? It's not that they had more men, or even more firepower. It's the way they predicted each one of our moves. If you can do that in war, you've already won. Simply put, they have more information than we do. And now we've seen the results of that. We're working hard to catch up on that front, all across the Alliance. Of course we are, but they have a head start. The Alliance as a whole will have to adapt
and grow and something else is bothering you, isn't it? It's just that all my prattling about tactics and this objective and that mission, and none of it stopped her from kidnapping Cygnus right in front of me. She said something in that moment. She said, I come from a world at war. All this time, I've been dealing with General Jaren Darmor the same way we dealt with the Black Mage. How so? Well, everyone in the world could see the Black Mage was evil. He was a force for chaos and destruction, plain and simple. And because of that, aside from his few commanders and the Black Wings, no one wanted to help him. Not so with Darmor. He has entire nations of followers, not only among the High Flora. He pulls the strings of armies and bureaucracies. His methods are meticulous and systematic. Which brings me to something else. Something I might as well share with you. Eckhart discovered how they're learning our secrets. His forces were in combat with the Spectre patrols at the barrier between worlds. Right, that was just before the Odium mission. Before and during, yes. He was in a protected skirmish with the enemy. Oh, he was in a protracted skirmish with the enemy. In the midst of that, a few soldiers on both sides wound up captured. You think our soldiers talked? Not exactly. According to the captive High Flora we questioned, the Spectre's prisoners went straight to Arboris, their capital. One of their apostles, Ypsilon, has the power to extract people's memories. So that's how they found it. That's how they found it all out. Yes, whereas we have no such power. Not to mention the ethical implications. Besides that, Erive has largely been acting on its own. We're in tandem with our allies, but we may have to be in lockstep. Clearly, our methods so far have fallen short. Perhaps if we work together more closely, we can all compensate for one another's weak spots. Are we looking to change our policies? We'll have to. If we're unwilling to adapt, we're certain to fail. Speaking of adapting, there is another problem we ought to look at. The Knights share power with the Empress. If her power isn't there, what happens next? Yes, that's quite a concern as well. The Knights do indeed share her power. And that power has diminished, at least somewhat, since she fell asleep. But the roots of that power don't come from her transcendency. They come from Shinsu. And Shinsu's power remains in our safekeeping. It still counts. It still counts, even if it's in the World Heart? Well, given that the island we're standing on is still floating, and we've established that Shinsu's physical presence isn't needed to make that happen, it's safe to say yes. Though I had drawn up plans to evacuate, in case that didn't work that way. Our people are on watch for any troubles with the land, but as we've seen none so far, we have no need to move our HQ. Regardless, I must say this is our alliance's darkest hour. Cygnus's wound, her closeness to death, it couldn't be more symbolic. But there is one bit of good news. When the High Flora attacked all of Mapleworld, then all of Mapleworld joined forces against them. Each region saw the threat of the High Flora army and pledged to fully support the alliance. For my part, I was against sending out so many troops. But the Empress ordered the protection of Mapleworld, and her compassion made all the difference. We still have much to think about. I haven't yet determined our next policies or actions. All I know is they'll have to be quick, and they'll have to be bold. I'll discuss it with the Alliance soon. With the full Alliance soon. And Tatsumari, I wish I didn't have to rely on you so much. You have changed and grown at every turn. If only we could be so adaptable. I have some growing to do myself. I'm well aware of that. But I look forward to working and learning alongside you for a long time to come. I think Nineheart is taking it so hard because that's his whole persona. Plans, being able to outthink the enemy. And it's just been laid bare before him to where he's like basically been proven that he's not enough at his current stage. All right, Jinx, thanks very much for coming. Get some sleep. And may Falcor visit you in your dreams. All right. So, let's continue on with the side stories over here. Let's check out Oz. What does Oz have to say? Mihail's return. Let's check it out.
Tatsumari, do you have some time? Mihail's going to be back from his mission soon. And no one's told him about the Empress yet.
Oof, he's not going to take it well. Yeah, especially since we've done the Mihail storyline, and essentially, aside from being the Knight of Light, or not the Knight of Light, the Chief Knight of the Dawn Warriors, he is the Knight of Light, essentially the personal guard for the Empress. Yeah, he's not going to take that well.
That's what Nineheart and I would have worried about. It'll definitely be a shock to him. So when he gets back, whenever that is, could you please be there for him?
And there he is. Oh no. Here we go. Mihail, Knight of Light, salutes you. At ease, Mihail. How'd the mission go? We continue to track Will after his escape from the prison. We haven't caught him yet, but we have found a clue. I heard there was a serious news here, so I left to search the Dawn Warrior troops and came home right away. I have every faith they'll catch him soon. Where is the Empress? I haven't seen her yet. Is she not in a reeve? Mihail, we have some bad news. Please, hear us out through all of it first. An apostle attacked a reeve and wounded the Empress badly. She's alive thanks to the efforts of many brave souls, but she's asleep, and she will be for some time. Could you say that again? How did it happen? How long has she been asleep? When will she wake up? We don't know. Shinsu said it might take longer than we could imagine. Oh, no. Not Cygnus. Dude, oh boy, he's spiraling. He's spiraling. Mihail. Thank you for everything you've done to protect her. Nineheart told me what you did for her, Tatsumari. I should have been there to protect her too. Thank you for standing by her while I was away. I have a favor to ask. Would you come with me to see her? Oh boy, here we go. If you could just walk with me there. At least she looks comfortable. Tatsumari, it might be hard to talk about, but could you tell me exactly what happened? Please. That day,
An apostle named Reyna attacked a reeve with a battleship. We fought her soldiers all over a reeve. She managed to swoop in and kidnap the Empress. Those of us who could still fight boarded her ship on a rescue mission. With help from the others, I made it to the enemy bridge, and I found the Empress collapsed on the floor. Reyna was there, bragging that she just drained the Empress's power. I fought with her, but she got the upper hand. Just before she could stab me, the Empress got back up and jumped between us. It still feels like a nightmare sometimes. I wish it were. But that's how it happened. I've replayed it in my head over and over again ever since. She trusted me to protect her, and I couldn't. I'm sorry. No, Tatsumori, it wasn't your fault. Protecting the Empress is supposed to be my job, my calling. If only I'd finished my mission out there sooner. We don't get to know what might have happened if only such and such. For all we know, this was going to happen no matter what. None of us can solve everything, no matter how hard we try. Still, you shouldn't have had to carry that burden without me. I have one other question. You said there was a battle all around her. What did she do? How did she act? She stood tall, brave. She did all she could to protect others. That's Cygnus for you. Protecting, helping. That's what she was born for. And that's me speaking personally. She helped me, too. When there was nothing left for me in life, or so I thought, she reached out to me. She helped me find a new path for myself. If not for her, I'd probably still be that clueless kid trapped in the forest. Everything I am today, I am because of her. I wish I could ask her what to do next, what to fight for, who to fight for. She'll come back to us. Shinsu says we can find the power to wake her up. I know how much she means to you, and I don't know if it's my place, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The Empress didn't make you who you are. She showed you who you could be. She believed in you. She brought out the best in you. But only because all of that was in you to begin with. Let's work together to wake her up. Reyna. That was the name of the apostle who wounded her and took her power. That's right. She'll pay for it. Oh boy. We got a raging Mihail on the loose. That's not good.
Tatsumori, Mihail, there you are. We were starting to worry about you. Thought you'd gone off alone.
We just wanted to visit the Empress.
Mihail, listen. This isn't our burden. This is our burden to share. Don't take it all on yourself. We're knights. We're stronger when we're together. And if you're struggling or you need help, please tell us. I know you want to be responsible for everything, but you work too hard sometimes. Nineheart, Irina, we all care about you a lot. You hear me?
I hear you. Thanks, Oz. And thank you too, Tatsumori.
All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're missing Hawkeye. That's who we're missing. Okay. So then let's talk to Eckhart over here.
We're too late. Tatsumori, is that you? Great timing. I was about to ask if you could help me with something. There's intel on the enemy soldiers scattered all throughout the ship. Nineheart's been yapping nonstop about how valuable that intel might be. I know it's a lot to ask, but whatever you happen to find, if it tells you anything about the High Flora, could you pass it along? Figure if you could probably find it where the soldiers hung out the most. Oh, I hear there's a place with ice soldiers on the top deck, supposedly. Have you seen it? If you haven't, you should go check it out.
All right, let's go check it out. Oh. Hello. Cryogenic storage?
A hidden note.
I should check it out.
I was a citizen and a knight of the snowbound mountains. It was cold, and food was scarce, but it was peaceful, and there were people like me looking out for everyone. My role, my purpose, kept me going. But the peace was not to last.
The next part is torn and unreadable. All right, let's see. Is it the same one? Yeah, okay. All right. Let's check this one. A hidden note. I should check it out.
Where to begin?
I'd never seen a Xiamen duel between a Blessed One and a Divine before. It hardly ever happens, of course. Divines are so high above the Blessed. Unless the Blessed is the Divine's immediate family. Blood runs strong in a family like that. And the magic runs with it. In that duel, I witnessed real magic. Next part is torn and unreadable. Okay. Ooh. Another one.
Our divine. Our Lord is dead. And a new divine has taken his place. But only in name. The old divine is still Lord in our hearts. We could never follow his killer, his usurper. I remember those feelings, but only bits and pieces of what happened next. We took up arms against the new divine, and we were brought to this as punishment. I have so many questions burning in my mind, but my body grows colder, and the memories fade. Before my mind and body freeze completely, I am leaving this note. If I get a chance to read it, maybe it'll help me remember.
Okay. I think that's all I'm going to learn here. Time to touch base with Eckhart. So I think that is part of the Chronicle. It kind of overlaps with Adele's storyline. Because in Adele's storyline and with this, there is mention that Jaren Darmor was actually the prince, like the god prince. And the god king was his father. I don't think that character has been named yet, but Jaren Darmor was the prince at the time. But Jaren Darmor, somewhere along the way, I can't remember exactly when it happened, but awoke as the transcendent of life from Grandis. And so because of that, he then decided that he should be in charge and began manipulating his father and slowly driving him mad until it came to blows. And Darmor killed the original God King and then crowned himself as the new God King. So that is part of that.
So these are these appear to be High Flora soldiers from back then, which was, if I understand it right, thousands of years ago. All right. So let's see. Can we get back to this by just doing this? No, we cannot. Okay, we gotta wait another few seconds, so... Yeah, we'll just wait here a little bit. Wee! Whoops. What? Oh, that's that one. Okay, that's a charge. This is a different skill. I actually love that in a warrior class of some kind. When you have a skill that you can like hurl at somebody, that I think that is the coolest thing. Like any kind of knight class, if you have a skill that you can hurl, it kind of gives you this thing to where it's like, oh, they can't get me because now they're out of melee range. Guess what? Ha! I think that's coolest. That's the coolest part with these. All right, let's go. All right, let's check in with Eckhart. Give him the information we found. You're back. I give him the information I've been collecting. Whoa. So the frozen soldiers were knights of the previous lord? Well, they might not be knights, but yeah. Reyna said they were prisoners. Sounds like a lot happened after the old lord died. Well, if they went on fighting for them, it makes sense she'd round them up. I didn't think we'd learn anything from a bunch of popsicles, but that could come in handy sometime. At least Nineheart will be happy to hear about it. All right. And let's see. That's the daily quest. All right. Let's check in with Irina. Last one for this one. The Armory's Vision Bombs. Ooh. Tatsumori, are you busy? Not too busy. What's happening? It's just that... Tatsumori, about the day when the Empress fell... You remember the poison gas? Hard to forget it. Right. Well, we had it contained, but it started to leak out again. And the search teams on the ship are starting to feel it. If we don't do something about it, we're going to have more casualties. Can you lend me a hand while I try to take care of it? Sure. At your service. Thank you. According to the search teams, there's an armory on the lower decks of the battleship. Let's start looking there. All right. So we don't have instant teleportation, so we are going to check this out. Hangar. Okay. Somebody's here already just mixing it up. Okay. Still going, still going. Oh, we gotta keep going. Where are we going anyway? Oh, we got a couple more maps to go through. Or a few more maps, I should say. What's this? Run, Tatsu, run! This was not one I was meant to take. Those are cool circuits. Cool looking circuits. Cygnus Soldier.
Tatsumori. And Irina?
Are
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
I'm much better now that I've rested a bit.
What happened?
While I was searching inside the armory, an explosion went off and poison gas started spreading everywhere. The other soldiers evacuated. I stayed to make sure no one else went in.
Thank you for that. I'm sure you saved a lot of lives.
I'm only doing my job.
Well, you've stayed here long enough. Go home and report in for treatment.
Irina?
Go on. Tatsumori and I will handle things around here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, there's definitely a foreign contaminant in this air. I think I smelled the same thing on the top deck that day. Let's you and me go inside. Carefully.
Right, let's go!
Ooh. It's a weapons factory! Oh, no, wait, no. Armory. It's an armory. Duh! This is that same poison gas, all right. Let's both search the armory. Call out if you find anything suspicious. Okay, so we got a few things here. These are high flora weapons. Like the ones the foot soldiers and magicians carried. Wait, some of them are marked with an emblem. Well, it's a start. For now, I should just keep searching. Okay, so some have an emblem. Giant shields? Those things are like massive. These could be infantry shields. They don't look like the ones I saw back in Cernium. Suspicious, but not our top priority right now. This is... It's a bomb. Uh-oh. I found all the info we need. I should talk to Irina. Yeah, that's not good. We have a kaboomy in here. Tatsumari, what do you think? Are we done here? I tell her about the investigation. Thanks for the help. There's more intel here than I thought. It's pretty safe to say you found a vision bomb. What's a vision bomb? I've only read about them up until now. They're in Nineheart's reports about Elysium and the Savage Terminal. At full strength, it kills everything that's anywhere near it, slowly and painfully. Luckily, this one apparently had a faulty release valve. It's so horrible. Most militaries have agreed not to use them. Wow. It's a NATO. It goes against the Geneva Convention here. Well, you and I aren't bomb disposal experts, but we do have some on call. I'll give them a ring. Thanks for your help. Let's get back to base. Right, let's go! Nineheart! Buddy! Irina, Tatsumari, glad to see you back. The soldier you spoke with brought me up to speed. What's the word on the poison gas? We found out where it's coming from. A device in the armory. We're 99% sure it's a vision bomb. A vision bomb, you say? I wasn't expecting to hear that name. I'm not 100% certain, but it does match what I've read in the reports. I wasn't actually aware the vision bombs could be used as chemical weapons. It sounds like they're the worst in both worlds. What do we know? We know that rogue shadow dealers gave the High Flora the specs for the vision bomb. The particular rogue we know of as Mr. Hazard at Savage Terminal. Oh, yes! He is, I believe he is like the big bad for the Kadena storyline. Yes, perhaps Mr. Hazard concocted the poison himself or hired the person who did.
Yeah, because there was a big poison that was he was going to release when he went to go face Kadena.
It certainly adds up. So what's our move? Say the word and we'll go after him. I don't think that'll be that simple. Mr. Hazard disappeared into the Shadow Dealer's underground some time ago, and there's been no sign of him since. I fear his trail has long since gone cold.
So what are our options then?
There is a possibility. Mr. Hazard moved weapons in bulk to the High Flora. It's unlikely he was acting completely on his own. He may still have contacts with the Shadow Dealers. If we investigate them, while at the same time preparing bait for Mr. Hazard or the High Flora to take, well, this will be a long-term project. I'll handle it myself. Should the enemy take the bait, I'll share the results.
We'll leave it up to you then, Neinhardt. Tell us if you need anything.
Very good. As for the bomb itself, I'll trust you both to dispose of it. We still have plenty to learn from the battleship. I appreciate your help and hard work.
Okay. So are we supposed to dispose of the bomb? You know, the thing that could make us into, like, not cool people? Huh. Well, I'll have to do some research on that and see if I can find out what's going on. But that is where we are going to end today's stream. Thank you all for coming. I hope you were at least mildly entertained by what you saw here today. I know we didn't get into some of the more minor side quests. I was going to say side quats, but side stories and side plots. But we shall get into more of those in the coming weeks. However, this coming Sunday, we are actually going to be checking out a new class that's... Whoops. Not this one. This one. That's supposed to be coming out on Wednesday. It is kind of along the same lines as the Sia Estelle storyline. And it looks like it's leaning into some of the Celtic lore a bit. I'll have to do a little bit more research on that exactly to kind of get a feel for it. But yeah, it kind of leans into that a little bit. And we're probably going to check out that storyline in the upcoming next week's stream. So be there or be square. Also, on Wednesday, we are going to be having a writing stream, which is going to be a Twitch exclusive. And I am going to be working on MapleStory the Novel Guardians, Chapter 24. I did upload Chapter 23 over on Inkit and Wattpad. You can check it out right there using those links if you so desire. And yeah, that's what we're working on there. We can do some writing together, and progressively getting more better. Yes, much more better. Getting better at our craft along the way. And then on Friday, we shall be back with more prompt readings using this prompt right here. If you guys want to have something read live on stream, check out the prompt there. I shall be putting this up on my YouTube channel here in the posts section shortly. So that way you guys are informed and you know what to, how to do the thing and keep my attention. I will probably have a reward down below for probably like 1 or 2 scales down below. So that way you can have a little better thing to work with and it'll be a little bit more fun to work with along the way. So yeah. And while I am waiting for submissions for this prompt here, I shall be playing Satisfactory along the way. Still trying to work on expanding my power grid and hopefully expanding my train empire factory. But yes, that is what we're doing. So I hope to see you all in the coming future.
something deep inside. Let it be your prayer. Show me the power you can hide.
Thanks everyone for coming to the stream, and I hope to see you again next time. If you want to catch whenever I go live, subscribe or follow to become a coin of the vault so you never miss a thing. Wherever you're viewing from, have a look around my YouTube channel for more stuff, including the audiobooks of MapleStory the novel Sacred Tears, Sly Cooper Rise of Vexen, and Arcane. Each story is fully voice acted with sound effects and background music so that you can sit down and watch or listen to while you go about your day. You can also find all kinds of previous storylines from MapleStory that I've already done. So, until next time, my friends.
Never be afraid to fall. Throw yourself into it. Victory's waiting for you. Go fight, show your energy. Don't slow down, no time to wait. Nothing stopping